Hey guys, welcome to another video of Power Automate. So in previous videos, we have seen the AI builder in 30 minutes, and today we're gonna see the advanced kind of schedule flow. I will be covering one or two questions from a schedule flow, so stay tuned till the last of the video. Let's start. So first is how can we, schedule a flows in Power Automate. So it is simple that you click on schedule cloud flow, give a name, schedule flow, right? And here you have all the frequencies, right? So you have month, you want to run it every month. On a particular date you want to run it week, or you want to run it on the weekends, or you want to run it on a particular day. And this is if you want to run it daily, or every 2 days, every 3 4 days, every hour you want to run it, every minute you want to run it, or every second you want to run it. So all these frequencies are now available in Power Automate. So let me just put it on a week and on weekdays. Let's click create. Okay, let me turn this new designer. I'm more comfortable in the old one. So recurrence, if you edit this, you will get the in the advanced option, you will get, okay, it will run once weekly. You have the option to, select the time zone also. For India, it is 5:30. Okay, start time. So the scheduler start time, right? And what hours it should trigger. So for example, you want to trigger at 12 midnight, so you click on this, it will be shown as 0. And if you want to do it 2, so if you see in the preview pane, you will get runs at 12 then 2. And minutes you can mention like 30, so it will run at 12:30 and 2:30. So this is how you can schedule a flow, although it was not available earlier. If you see, it is only in preview mode now, but now I think it has been rolled out and now it is available. So this is how you can schedule a flow. This is how you can run a flow, and then you can add your steps to run. So basically what is being done in real projects is you make a schedule flow with the name of the desktop flow mostly, and then you click on the new step, and then you run this desktop flow. That okay, let's configure this. So currently I do not have any machine or group, so this is how we can select the desktop flow. So we do connect with username password, we select a machine from here, right? So in order to configure this machine, we have to go to Power Automate desktop. Then there we have machine options, and machine can be configured very easily. We enter the username password with which the Power Automate cloud will log into the machine, and then from here, from the settings, you select the flow which you want to run. So this is how these desktop flows can be triggered, right? So whenever this time reaches, it will get triggered and it will run this text of flow. So this is how these flows are scheduled. Let me delete this because I do not have any text of flow to run now, but we'll see how can we trigger text of flow in details in the next videos. For now, today we'll see only the schedule flow. How can we schedule these flow, right? So this is a simple way how can we schedule a flow. And now let me add some logics here. Let me just initialize a variable. Let me give it a day number and string type, save. So I have just initialized a variable. So there is this question asked in the interview that so earlier the weekly schedule is not available, right? So there is only schedule like every day you want to run weekly. That kind of schedule is available for the week frequency. So there is this interview question asked that if I want to run the flow only on the Wednesday, how can I achieve this? Right, so this was the question asked. I'll show you how this can be answered, but before that, let's say we have a requirement from the client, right, that I want my flow not to be scheduled. Okay, they does not want it to be scheduled because what they want is they want that they should trigger the bot, right? So in order to do that, we have an action called manually flow the trigger, or manually trigger a flow, sorry. So what the requirement from the client is that they will have to trigger the bot. The bot should not be a scheduled flow. Okay, and what they need is they want the run to be run only on the Saturday Sunday. Okay, let's say that they have placed file on Monday. Okay, and someone from the team has triggered the flow manually, then it should not complete any of the actions, right? If it is Saturday Sunday, then only it should go forward, else it has to stop, and that flow should not be scheduled. So there is some this kind of requirement. Let's see how can we achieve that, and then I'll answer to the question that how can we schedule a flow uh, only on Wednesday without using the schedules, right? So let me just save this and go to my flow. So since they do not want it to be a scheduled flow, so let's create a manually trigger a flow. Let's go with the old designer, right? So let's initialize a variable. Let's call it okay, and let's call it a string. Let's see. Okay, so how can we achieve this is there is a function in the Power Automate called day of the week. So let me just quickly open this notepad. So for day of week, we have a number for each day. So for Sunday, we have 0. Similarly, for Monday, we have 1, so on and so forth. Okay, for Saturday, we have this. Okay, so this is how we have number for each day in the day of the week formula. You can call it, or you can call it a function. Okay, so I'll show you how these functions are available in the Power Automate and how can we use them. Right, so I have used manual trigger flow, initialize a variable, and now let us just set a variable day number, and let's give the value expression. Okay, so if you see, there are many functions available. All the functions, I'll share you the link on the description box. You can go through it, and in upcoming videos we'll see how can we use and where can we use these expression. So for now, let us use this UTC now. We have this fun. UTC now is basically this is also a kind of expression, right? So let's see what it will give us, right? So UTC now means today's date. So today is 27th of March. So 27th of March and today is Wednesday, and as per the logic, it should give us for Tuesday 2 and for Wednesday it should give us 3. So the output it should give us is 3. Let's just test this quickly. Okay, and a function the value provided UTC now is not valid. Let's see what is the error. We have given the string. Okay, so the error is we just have to we have not used these parentheses. Let me update it real quick. Save, and let's test this now. Done. Okay, so the flow ran successfully. Let's see the output. So if you see, the output is 3, right? So for Wednesday it is 3. Now let's edit this quickly, and let's say okay, so value is 3. Let's say the client wants this to be run on the Saturday and Sunday, right? So for Saturday and Sunday, the if you see, the day is 0 and 6. Right, so what we can do is if the value is 0 and 6, then only it should go with the main flow, right? So we'll take a control and we will take a condition, right? And we'll choose our variable is equals to, let's say for now, let's say 3, because we have the value as 3, and let's add a variable here. Let's first initialize the variable here, and an action, and initialize a variable. Let's call it run flow. string. Okay, save it and go to condition. Let's add here. Okay, let's call variable, set variable and run flow. Let's give value true and similarly false. Okay, we can also add action. Okay, look for no, so we have an action called terminate control with a succeeded message. Okay, let's save it and let's test this. Right, so your flow ran successful. So if you go into the condition and you see the result is false and this is triggered. I go into the output. Sorry. Why is it false is I think because of the string and integer value. I guess so. Let me just edit this one quickly and turn on the designer. So the error is because we are just looking equals to and I have just checked as contains and give with the string 3. Also we can improve this if we initialize this day number variable with a number, right, integer. Then also it will give us the value as true. Okay, so let's just save this and run it. Okay, so now if you see the output is 3 because Wednesday is 3 and the condition is true, so this has triggered. So here you can say that okay, uh, you can call here your text of flow. So only if it is Wednesday and someone has triggered it manually, then only this flow will get triggered, right? So this is how you can trigger a flow. Now there is another way which is used very commonly earlier, but now since we have the frequency in weekly also, so in order to do that is we use the same formula, right? But in settings we add a trigger condition. Okay, so similarly here the trigger condition is similar day. We just copy it from the variable only. So trigger condition is basically if this trigger condition met, okay, then only this action will get triggered, right? So I can give here equals and close this, right? And then can give just right. So what this means is if day of the week is equals to 3, 3 is Wednesday, then only this condition will get triggered, right? So let's save it and let us test it. We have given the condition in here. I'll show you again. This is the condition. We can add multiple conditions also. We can, for now, let's just test it. Okay, so your flow ran successfully because that condition is met. That's why this manually trigger a flow get triggered. But what if I change it to 2, right? Done. And if I just save it So here, so if I click here, so we have the logs from 32 seconds ago. But now if I run it, done. See, no logs are generated because that condition is not met. That's why the flow is not triggered. So if I go edit here, right, and using this condition, I do not need this initialize variable, set variable condition. I can directly give here run text of flow. So this will run only if the condition in this memory trigger of flow get is met. So if I test it here only, you see it will give an error that this condition is not met and no logs are basically generated. Right? So see, no logs are generated for this. It gives an error that okay, there are no logs are generated because that condition is not met. So this is how, this is also a way that we can schedule a flow without using the schedule cloud flow. Okay, in order to go with the functions, I'll give you the link in the description box below. Yeah, so this is all about scheduling a flow in Power Automate Cloud. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe. Till then, bye. Happy automation.